What's up guys, it's Light Spiral with a Farmable Dragons B10 video. And so I'm going to get the run started. And for those of you who haven't ever seen any of my Farmable Dungeon team videos, basically what I do is I'll go over how to get all the monsters, and in the process of how to get them, that's also kind of explaining how to skill them up, and as well as what their purpose is in the team, so you can as well. And I'm going to recommend some replacements, but the point of me telling you what the purpose of them in the team is so you can understand better how you can choose a replacement for these units, because there are like better versions of a lot of these units, or different people you can put in to make the team run faster or more efficiently, or with lower tier runes. And I have all the rune builds over here on the left side. They're not all my particular rune builds, but those are like the ideal rune builds in my opinion. And it's just my opinion. I haven't asked anyone else on it, but I don't think there's any like really weird runes. Like there's not going to be anything where you're like, wait, why would anyone put that rune on? And as well as I have Sigmaris, the Water Phoenix, as a possible replacement somewhere up in the top left. And I'll explain why he's a recommended replacement in a second. But so now I'll just go over how to get all the units. Viramos, the Dark Ifrit, is a natural 5-star you can get from the Fusion Hexagram. It's the Dark Ifrit. Beladion is a Light and Yugami. It has a secret dungeon. Bernard is the Wind Griffin, who you can get into more desert. Spectra, the Fire Griffin, you can get in a secret dungeon. And Konomiya, the Water Garuda, you can get from the shop, and you can easily get it through unknown scrolls. And I believe it has a secret dungeon. I don't know. It's a natural 2-star though. So this team is a natural 2, 3 natural 3s, and a natural 5. Personally, I have them all max skill. I use Devilmon to max skill Viramos, the natural 5, the Dark Ifrit. And now I'll kind of go over their roles in the team. Viramos is in here mainly for cleansing on the boss stage. When you actually get to the boss stage, the dots help out a lot. And I'm just going to switch it to, I forgot to switch it here to make it so you attack the right tower first. If you attack the just straight boss, I don't think this team is going to work, because there's just not enough damage and only one person to remove that immunity from the dragon. But yeah, Viramos is in for the dots help kill the crystal and the boss. The stuns help for the first 4 stages, and the cleanse always helps. Bella's in here for the heal, and the death break doesn't hurt, but it's really mainly just in here for the heal. So of course there is a ton of different healers that you could use that are going to be better than Bella, but I'm just putting Bella in here because most of you guys are going to have Bella built, or at least have her. Bernard is in here for really just for the speed buff. He helps your team get a lot bigger of a turn advantage. Spectra's in here for the AoE speed debuff, as well as the second skill can do quite a good amount of damage to the crystals and to the boss. And Konomiya is in here just for the cleanse, that third skill that he has. And so this run will, as far as I know at least, I haven't ran this a million times because this isn't actually my team. I use a team that's not farmable, so I can't make a video on it if it's not farmable, or I can't make it a farmable team video if it's not farmable. But as far as I'm aware, I've done 1 full energy refill of this plus this run, and like a full energy refill plus this one and 4 more. So that's probably like anywhere from like 16 to 18 runs, and it hasn't failed yet or come close to failing. And this run has also not come close to failing. So be sure to tell me in the comments if there's any other dungeons you're having trouble with, so I can make a farmable team video. No, I do have the B10 dungeons for every single dungeon in Summoner's War except Necro B10, but that's not going to be coming out very soon because I don't know how to beat Necropolis B10. I don't even have a non-farmable team for that. But if there's any other things, like if you want to do like dragons B9, anywhere, any dungeon B1 through B9 or B1 through B10, I can do. And of course, I do, like I said a second ago, I've made B10 videos for all the other B10 dungeons before, but I can make another B10 farmable team video if some of you guys don't want to build particular units or something like that. And so I'll just go over possible replacements real quick, and you can kind of just like see the stats in my rooms when I go through it. First, I'll do Spectra. Possible replacements for Spectra. There are a ton of them, mainly because he's in there for the AoE speed debuff, and the damage. So some of the replacements you could do would be Sigmaris, because I know it's not a speed debuff, but he's going to do a lot more damage, and a sword break is also good. You can use Shalok, the water serpent. You could use, I'm just looking at the ones I have. Chandra has an AoE speed debuff. Shannon has an AoE speed debuff. It's hard to use her in Dragons B10 though, from my experiences. It can be really hard to use her. But stuff like that. So next unit I had was Bernard. Possible replacements for him could be, if any of you have Vertihil, the fire vampire. That's a replacement. You could use Mab, the wind penguin, if you want. You could use the water bounty hunter, I forgot what his name is, I can't remember. You could use the fire the fire Garuda, but that's kind of hard to do because he only has like 6,000 base HP at 6-star, so I don't necessarily recommend that. But anyone with a really consistent speed buff, like Chillings, you could use the water jack-o'-lantern. With anyone with a really consistent speed buff that you have high speed on will work. Bella, like I said, any healer would work. If you had Emma, the water neostone agent, if you had Praha, if you had Ariel, if you had, you could probably use Amon instead. If you had, I don't know, the list goes on for healers. There's a ton of healers in the game. Viramos, replacements you could use would be anyone with immunity or cleanse. Well, I'll just do Viramos and Kona at the same time. The replacements for both of them would be the same. It's just anyone that has immunity, a consistent immunity, and the immunity has to provide a cleanse as well, and another cleanser, or any kind of cleanser. So you could use like Delphoy, the Wind Undyne, Velajul, the Fire Archangel. You could use the Wind Bearman. I know has a cleanse, but it's wind, so I don't necessarily recommend it in Dragons B10. But you guys know what healers are. You could use Lulu, the Water Howl. And the only thing that some people might not see, or this might not be very common to see in Dragons B10 videos, is Bernard, the Wind Griffin. Most people don't bring out people of like the opposite element, or people with element disadvantage, into a dungeon. So like people don't bring fire monsters into Giants B10, people don't bring wind into Dragons B10. But you saw there that my Bernard had no trouble surviving. He has about close to 1,000 defense and 27,000 or so HP. And my reflector just crashed right there, but it's fine because that's all I really had for the video anyways, guys. So may the best year today's be the worst year tomorrow.